Who are the guys that you kind of hear buzz about at the alternate site? Guys that have kind of opened some eyes and guys to listen out for that could be once the games start that could be kind of forcing their way towards at least being looked at by the Indians.
Yeah, I mean, the two you mentioned, obviously the first two that jump off the page offensively. Gabriel Arias is probably a little farther away. I don't know that shortstop is a big need for them right now because they have some guys that can play that position. Somebody that has impressed me with the way he has swung the bat is Owen Miller. He's an infielder that's not as heralded. He is not one of the top prospects according to the ranking services. But boy, he has swung a really good bat. He's shown some power. He's got a little bit of positional versatility as well. And then, of course, Ernie Clement and Nolan Jones. Those are guys that are highly rated prospects that the Indians want to pan out. Are they quite ready? I don't know. We're going to have to see that. They're going to have to show it at the AAA level first. And if they do, they will get their opportunity sooner rather than later.
Nolan Jones is an intriguing guy, young guy, projects as a pretty big power hitter. Have you kind of seen a lot of times when you see a guy swing, you can kind of look at it and go, yeah, there's something there.
Quick bat, really quick bat for Nolan Jones. I haven't seen a ton of his swings yet. He hasn't played in all the exhibition games that we have had, but you like what you see from his swing. And come up as a third baseman. There's some talk about first base. There's some talk about the outfield. The Indians love defensive versatility, but you just like to see this guy hit because I think he's going to be pretty good. You watch his swing, you think that's the kind of swing that can translate. It's not too big. It doesn't take too long to get to the zone or through the zone. I think that's a guy who is going to translate to the major leagues. Like you say, if you've watched enough of these games, you can see some of these guys who have a swing that maybe produce a ton of home runs, but they're against a certain type of pitch and a certain type of count at a certain type of ballpark. And you think, well, once the guy starts seeing off-speed stuff consistently where a guy can spot it, he's going to struggle. Nolan Jones' swing looks very pretty to this point. So not a large enough sample size yet, but it's something to be excited about for Indians fans.
And a young guy, too. That is going to be
yes.
a younger guy at AAA. You always look at that. When a guy is 21, 22, and he's already AAA and having some success, that's, again, usually an indication, keep an eye on this guy.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, no matter what the level is, if you're one of the younger players at that level, teams look at you a little bit differently. If you are hitting 350 in AA, but you're 25, you're going to be looked at much, much differently than if you're a 19-year-old in your second year of professional baseball, right? So that's the reason why these guys are typically where they are ranked as prospects is how they're doing at their age level and the level of baseball at which they're playing. So with Jones, it's a big test for him to be playing against AAA competition coming out of spring training. And if he can succeed there, that will give the Indians, I'm sure, a lot of confidence that he can handle advanced pitching. He can handle things defensively. He can handle his assignments. He can be a professional as well, which, not all those things happen for guys at the same time. Some develop at different rates in different aspects of the game. So he is going to get thrown into the fire a little bit with a high level of baseball. And so far, like I said, what I've seen from him looks pretty good. There's some encouraging signs there.
It's interesting you mentioned Owen Miller. That's a guy that Terry Pluto and a number of other guys that were at spring training have mentioned. What do you see with him? What do you like? And take me through a little bit about what you've heard with Owen Miller.
Well, surprising pop. This is a guy that's mid-teens ranked prospect in the Indian system, which has some guys near the top end that are well regarded all around baseball. So that mid-tier prospect ranking is probably a little bit deceptive because of the system that he is in. If he were in a system that was a little bit more bare, he's probably a top 10 guy. I like his approach at the plate. He takes smart at bats and drives the ball. Now, Huntington Park is not a big ballpark. It's a shorter park down the line, certainly, and to the alleys with the wind, it can get out quickly. But he has shown in just a handful of games so far good power to all fields. He was a triple shy of the cycle the other day in an exhibition game, had another home run yesterday. So he is driving the ball with authority. he's got a very confident approach. It looks to me when he's in the batter's box, he's not worried. There's not a lot of extraneous movement. He's calm in the batter's box, and in the field, what little I've gotten to see from him, pretty smooth. I don't know that he's going to make anybody forget Francisco Lindor or Robbie Alomar at second base, but looks pretty good so far defensively. And if you can make all the plays, and as a middle infielder, if you can provide plus pop for that position, they're usually going to find a place for you to play.